lose. Sorry. Shakur has more to lose. Yeah. He's the undefeated fighter. He's seen as the eventual pound-for-pound champ, potentially. But Teo has more to win. He has more to gain.
And I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's going to train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent.
For certain, because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say. Yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive.
Boxing pros closely examine the upcoming matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez as a high-stakes clash of styles and momentum. Max Kellerman points out that Shakur enters the fight with more to lose because of his technical reputation and undefeated image. Teofimo, on the other hand, has more to gain as an underdog, where pressure is lower and opportunity is higher, making the fight dangerous and unpredictable.
Shakur is fighting to protect that perfect record, to protect that kind of sense that he's the next guy. On the other hand, Teo is like he can fight with more abandon against Shakur because there's so much for him to gain. And if he loses, he's lost before. He's lost to Cam.
Greg Hackett delivers a sharp but balanced prediction for the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight. He leans toward Shakur winning by decision because of his discipline, ring IQ, and ability to control fights. At the same time, he makes it clear that boxing is unpredictable and Teofimo cannot be dismissed. Hackett considers scenarios where Teofimo's explosiveness, timing, or sheer hustle could change everything in a single moment. Still, Shakur's consistency and preparation stand out to him as the deciding factors. He believes Shakur understands the threat Teofimo brings and will train harder than ever because this is a defining matchup for both fighters. With two elite competitors meeting at their peak, Hackett views this as a collision where greatness forces greatness and anything can unfold.
I think Shakur, my first mind told me Shakur, and I thought about it, I'm picking Shakur by decision, but because this is fighting, anything can happen, you can't count Teo out. So there is thoughts sometimes that cross my brain, like, damn, what if Teo catch him like real good though? You know what I mean? And hurt him. Or what if he just out hustling? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of shit that crossed my mind, but I still like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's gonna train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent. You know what I mean? And Teo, same for Teo. So when it's like that, when you put Magic and Bird together, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of situation it is. Magic Johnson was nice, but Larry Bird was nice. You put them together, you get a nice game. You know what I mean? So you put these two together, you get a nice fight.
Is this one of the fights that we're going to remember historically? Like, is this a, it's 19, when did Leonard and Hearns first fight? Is this one of them?
That shit was like 87 or some shit. Yeah.
It's 19.
Like 87 or something.
No, it had to be earlier than that, right?
84 maybe.
One? Yeah, like
I don't know, because he was in the 76 Olympics. Well, no, 70.
Wasn't it 78?
No, they ain't fighting 78.
No, I'm saying 78 Olympics.
Chris Algieri breaks down the matchup by focusing on Teofimo Lopez's mindset and environment. He highlights Madison Square Garden as the perfect stage for a fight of this magnitude and notes how the spotlight only amplifies the drama. According to Algieri, Teofimo thrives in chaos and attention and seems most dangerous when doubts surround him. He describes Lopez as unpredictable but stresses that when everything clicks, he becomes extremely difficult to beat due to his athleticism, boxing IQ, and explosive power. Algieri points out a clear pattern where Teofimo performs better when counted out and backed into a corner. With most observers favoring Shakur for his consistency, Algieri believes this underdog rule could unlock the best version of Teofimo, making the fight far more threatening than it appears on paper.
Health of boxing on this side of the world. Listen, there's nothing like the Garden. we've both fought there many times. I fought in the big room. There's nothing like the Garden. Just the vibe, like you said, champ, that's around that. And this fight is deserving to be here. It's that good of a fight. It's that big a fight, and especially like I said, like the health of American boxing. This is one of the best fights that can be made. And putting it in the Garden just makes too much sense.
But the idea of the turmoil, the eyes on it, the spectacle, the circus. Chris, you talked about the idea that Teofimo Lopez kind of lives in this. That's where he flourishes. That's what he loves. This idea that because there's so many eyeballs on it, it's going to be kind of a circus. Does that favor Teofimo a little bit when you look at the strategy? Yes, no?
I'm going to say well, I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say.
I mean,
yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive. And again, I've said this on past shows. I've called him many times for Top Rank, been around fight weeks. And it just seems to me, the more out of sorts he seems, the more back against the wall it looks like, the more that he's an underdog, the better he performs. And this could be that kind of situation. New York is a tough place, man. They're already gibbering, going back and forth, saying like, you know, he reps Brooklyn, but there's kind of questions about his Brooklyn roots. Can he really rep Brooklyn in the way that he says he can? So there's already getting that heat for that. I don't know. It might be a good thing to kind of to poke the bear in terms of how well Teofimo is going to show up.
Paulie, that's a huge. You're from Brooklyn. That's a big insult to say that you're not really from Brooklyn.
Insult him a little bit.
Insult him a little bit. Insult him, man.
But I'll tell you what. There's so many thoughts in my head with this situation because Teofimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out. And this is going to be one of
Teofimo Lopez speaks openly about his desire to face Shakur Stevenson and explains why the matchup matters to him. He believes elite fighters deserve elite pay and argues that a fight of this level should be both entertaining and properly rewarded. Lopez emphasizes that his style brings excitement, variety, and creativity, not just safe boxing. He points to moments where analysts were surprised by his technique and adaptability against top opponents. Drawing inspiration from past greats, he blends old-school combinations with modern athleticism to keep evolving. For Teofimo, a fight with Shakur represents more than money or hype. It is about proving versatility, honoring boxing history, and showing that he belongs in the biggest fights of this era.
Of course, I'm talking about Shakur.
$4 million.
Ooh, we didn't get into Shakur.
Oh, yeah, I want to see like entertainment and then pay the man for that entertainment.
Well,
you know,
I
give it all different kind of traits of skills. I mean, even Andre Ward, someone that's like an analyst, like a perfectionist in boxing, like his IQ is high. He was even the commentator, like he was surprised how I did that jab where it was like a Superman punch to Josh Taylor, a guy that's undisputed in everything, and just made it look so easy. I bring so many things. I even brought a George Foreman combination now because that's everything. Everything is everything. Like I go back in time because that's where my future is at. And so like as far as like retirement and stuff, honestly, man.
Shakur Stevenson is training intensely for his upcoming fight against Teofimo Lopez. This matchup represents the biggest fight of his career and a chance to face a highly respected opponent that fans have eagerly wanted. Every training session reflects his focus and determination as he fine-tunes his skills, sharpens his timing, and strengthens his strategy. Shakur knows that performing well in this fight could elevate his status in boxing and leave a lasting impression. For him, this is not just another fight. It is a defining moment that demands full preparation and commitment. Tim Bradley breaks down the fight with a clear focus on its technical depth and significance for the sport. He emphasizes that Devin Haney is setting the trend for the new generation, inspiring young fighters to challenge each other and prove who is truly the best. Bradley believes the winner of this matchup should face Haney next, keeping the momentum going and building excitement in the division. He also sends a strong message to commentators, hosts, and analysts. Do your homework. This fight will not be about constant punches exchanged, but about subtle nuances, timing, and precision. Observers who lack deep knowledge of boxing may miss critical moments, leaving fans confused about what is happening in the ring. Bradley stresses that understanding these intricacies is essential to providing meaningful analysis and insights for the audience. Every offensive move, counter, and strategic adjustment matters in a fight of this caliber. He highlights that only those who truly study the fighters, their tendencies, and styles can offer valuable commentary. For Bradley, this is not just a fight. It is a lesson in discipline, awareness, and the evolving skill level of modern boxing, showcasing the next wave of elite talent.